It's Friday, October 7th, 2022, and you're watching Sara's Opening Bell, where I brief you with market news and break down stock market game topics into simple, easy to understand bits that make what you're learning in the game even more applicable to real life. This week, we're all about companies and stocks. So if you're a teacher wondering about the main concepts to introduce, or a student who's working independently and want to know the top takeaways, you're in the right place. So if you recall, I promised last week on 3 to 5 statements that really hammer these concepts home. So we're all about companies and stocks today. Let's move. When it comes to companies and stocks, here's what you need to know. 1, there are 2 types of companies, public and private. The main differences and what will impact you most as a stock market game investor, private companies are exactly that. Private. They are not listed or publicly available to investors. Public companies, however, sell shares of their stock on an exchange like the New York Stock Exchange or NASDAQ. And although there are other exchanges, these are the 2 largest in the world and also the 2 where you can invest in the stock market game. 2, when a company chooses to go public, it means that they have made their initial public offering, or IPO. And this simply means that they have formally declared their decision to sell shares of stock to the public. 3, companies tend to go public for a couple of reasons: to raise money and increase opportunities to even more capital, to research or create new products, hire more staff, or increase their own geographic footprint by opening more locations. 4, once a company goes public, they are listed on an exchange, and investors are now able to become part owners of that company through the process of buying and owning shares of that company called stocks. When you buy a stock, you become a stockholder, or you may also hear the term shareholder. 5, investors buy stocks with the hope of getting a return on their investment, either by earning money from selling the stocks once the value of their shares rise, or collecting dividends. Dividends are simply a portion of a company's profits that are paid out to shareholders. So although a share is a piece of ownership in a company, please don't take this to mean that you now own the company. Rather, you've become a participant in the company's profits and may also have the ability to vote on corporate decisions. And since we're talking stocks and IPOs, a couple of companies that recently went public include Atlas Motor Vehicles. They're a company that produces electric vehicle batteries and work trucks. So Atlas has the goal of revolutionizing the landscape of American full-sized pickup trucks by focusing on the technology and the systems that power the vehicles. They are currently listed as AMV, and Atlas went public on September 28th. We also have Third Harmonic Bio Incorporated, a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company that's focused on the development of the next wave of medicine for the treatment of allergic and inflammatory diseases. They're currently listed on NASDAQ under ticker symbol THRD, and they went public on September 19th. I would encourage you to research past and future IPOs to take a look into companies that you may want to consider for your stock market game portfolios. And don't be put off by new companies. All of the best performing stocks were new at some point. So we're all out of time and likely over time, but I like to think that I'm right on time, and you are too. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll catch you next week at Market Open.